Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of Professions for Women, a speech by Virginia Woolf. Virginia Adeline Woolf lived from 25th January 1882 to 28th March 1941. Her parents were Leslie Stephen and Julia Prinsep Jackson. She was a famous English novelist, critic, publisher, and essayist, and she is regarded as one of the foremost modernist literary figures of the 20th century. And she was also one of the leaders in the literary movement of modernism. Her famous works are The Voyage Out, Night and Day, Jacob's Room, Mrs. Dalloway, To the Lighthouse, Orlando, a Biography, A Room of One's Own, The Waves, The Years, Between the Acts. This Professions for Women was a speech given in 1931 to the Women's Service League by her. It was also included in Death of a Moth and Other Essays, which was published in 1942 after her death. Throughout the speech, we find that Virginia Woolf brings forward the problems of gender equality and the problems faced by women in their profession. Her main point in this essay was how women have to be aware of the obstacles they have to face in their jobs. She argues that women must overcome all this to become successful in their careers. For this, she says that there are two hazards which all the professional women must overcome. One is their tendency to sacrifice their own interests to others and their reluctance to challenge the conservative male attitudes. She begins her speech by describing how female writers before her like Fanny Burney, Abraham Ben, Harriet Martineau, Jane Austen, George Eliot, all these women writers, how they had made her path easier to become successful. Since they had smoothened the path of writing, it was very useful for her and helpful for her to make this as a reputable and harmless occupation, because they had to break out all the conventions society had for women, that is like being pure, conservative and psychopathic towards men without a mind of their own. But Virginia did not have all these problems. And she says that this was only a mental barrier and that is why she was able to break it, but of course with great difficulty, in order to incorporate her own voice into her writing. Otherwise, she also would have been only a stereotype writer. And she was also able to do this because she had financial independence. In this speech, she reveals that she is a bold and hungry, and more importantly, she is an ambitious woman. Woolf claims that in order for a woman to be a writer, one must overcome a few obstacles that are inflicted upon women writers. And one such obstacle is the angel in the house. And Woolf uses this allusion of the 19th century Victorian poem Angel in the House as a reference to tell about the obstacles as phantoms which the angel of the society, which the angel in the house, the society asks her to be. And that is where women are made to follow certain things and where women are expected to follow the stereotypes of the 1930s so that they are not doing wrong and they are following what the society has prescribed to them. The angel or society tells Woolf that she shouldn't think freely and that she should be flirtatious and seductive, and their main objective in world is to be attractive towards men. And this is one of the phantoms or obstacles that Woolf encounters in her profession of writing also. And this angel continuously tells her what the society is expecting from women. The phantoms, that is the illusions, she says, are what people expect from women. For instance, Woolf is supposed to be sympathetic, respectful, pure, charming and unselfish. She advises other writers to have an unconscious mind due to the fact that it will help them to write what they truly want to write. And writing consciously leads to writing what society wants, thus not being able to express one's true opinion. That is, when you have in your mind what the society is expecting from you, you will not be able to write what you actually want to write. And so Woolf wants women to continue trying to fight these phantoms and obstacles. For this, she uses the metaphor of an empty house and asks the questions like how it will be decorated, who it will be shared with, etc. And she says that this is an opportunity given to women. And just because one has rights does not mean that they should give up on fighting the injustice they are still bound to face. She inspires women to fight for equal rights for men and women and to try and put an end to stereotypes. And she says that writing is an honorable profession, and moreover, the family peace will not be broken by the scratching of a pen. And above all, women will not be demanding any money from the family, so therefore the family purse is safe. 10 and 6 pence one can buy a paper which is enough to write all the plays of Shakespeare. And because the paper is very cheap, women can easily succeed as writers because they can easily afford it. And she says that she started her writing from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. She selected a few papers to envelope, fixed a penny stamp and posted it. Then she became a journalist. And as a reward for this £1, she got as a reward £1, 10 shillings and 6 pence. And she did not know what to do with that money because she was already financially independent and there was no need for her to spend the money on bread and butter, rent, shoes and stockings or butcher's bill. So she brought a Persian cat, but this cat disturbed her neighbors. And she says mostly women are expected to give review about books. But she says reviewing book is a battle. The angel in the house wasted her time because she did not want to be the ideal woman which the society expected her. So she killed the angel. And that angel is not a new woman and Virginia is a new woman. And she says, unless I killed her, she would have killed me. She could not follow the stereotype women. And killing angel is a part of the occupation of all the women writers, is the opinion of Virginia Woolf. She says women in those days lived for their family, sacrificed their life for family. And in every house there was an angel in those days. The last angel would have been in Queen Victoria's time. Now what is women in these days? It's hard to say. No one can say until she expressed herself. Since women do not express their true self, they only follow the rules laid by the society, no one will know what a real woman is. Therefore, she says that young female writers should be truthful to herself and should develop their skills in their profession. And she says that with my money, I brought a cat. But cat is not enough. Women writers must buy a motor car. So, everyone should become a novelist. And writing is pleasant than writing review. And she shouldn't express women's deep passions. She compares herself to a fisherman. Can think deeply, can't catch all. This is what a fisherman does. He wants to catch all the fishes in the wherever he is going for fishing. But definitely no one can. Like the same way, no writer can express all the passions of a woman. And the main two problems faced by women are, one thing is, that is women writers, they have to kill the angel of the house. And second thing is, they have to tell all women's passion. She says that I was able to succeed the first one, but the second one I am not able to solve. Though I practiced that, I was not able to do it because it's very difficult to express all the passions of women. And therefore she says you have to face all this difficulty. And like writing, she says all the field have many phantoms and obstacles. And in the same way, like all professions like doctors, lawyers and civil servants, Virginia also faced the same problem as a writer. And she says now, this is the first time, that is in history, the first time you are able to ask and decorate for yourself. So don't lose the opportunity. And she encourages all the women writers to come and write what they truly want to write and express their passions. This is what Virginia Woolf says in her speech in Professions for Women. If you have anything to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe. Thank you.